Hey guys, what's up? It's Say Yes to Jess. So earlier this week, we took a look at a couple of pairs and let's see what the outcome was.
You should be able to see my screen right now. And there's been some momentum after, but when we were reviewing this pair, I gave two possibilities. It was either going to shoot up, and I had notated the 50% fib just in case. Also, I had some levels and also identified what to look for if it was going to go down. Now, we did get the move down first, but it was unable to break this low here. So if you were able to take advantage of at least the put opportunity, it was a nice opportunity. It was about 2, 3 points. However, I was looking for the bigger picture, which was the push up, and that was due to it being at a really strong level of support. So if you identify this on a higher time frame, you'll be able to see that there was just a nice support created and it pushed up beautifully. So I'm going to delete this bottom arrow. And what we wanted to do was look for price to essentially come back on top, create a higher low so that we can get in. Now, for my more advanced traders, you probably found an entry down here. But for those of you that are new, we were looking for market structure to be created in the opposite direction. So you can see here where we had lower highs and lower lows. And right here is where the first low was created to that bullish push up, and then there was a continuation. Once that was created, you can see this market structure was essentially created here again. It was broken and retested and created a new support. So this resistance now became a floor, which is really nice. That's what we're looking for. That's one of the things that we look for when we trade. And then we had multiple compounding opportunities throughout the week on each retest to take this up. And it went slightly above my 50% Fibonacci retracement, which is what I was expecting. And then I said we have to be careful here because it is a fib level. So we're going to get bearish continuation down. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. It went right back to our level. And we're kind of repeating the process. If you take a look at this week's activity right here, let's just go ahead and drag this along. You can see where we had some slippage down here to this support, came back and retested. And now we're doing the same thing. Slippage, came back and retested. So what I'm going to be looking for next week, depending on how it closes, is you see this area, like this resistance right here. I'm going to be looking for it to break and retest for a continuation up. If it doesn't do that, then we're going to get a double top and maybe get one more retracement down. So we don't want to rush this momentum, but essentially if it is going to go up, I'll be looking for something like this. Okay. If not, then I am going to be looking for maybe at least a pushback down to this previous structure and then see how the market reacts to that level. The other thing that we looked at, I believe, was SPY. I believe it was SPY. And let's see. I did not have this marked up with our old markup, but it pretty much, we had our lows and our highs created. And you can see where, again, we had some slippage. The market came down earlier in the week. Here, let me delete this. Excuse me. The market came down earlier in the week, so we did get that nice break and retest to that support, very similarly to Apple. Okay, so if you were able to identify that entry, you were able to get about a, excuse me, I don't know why my computer is being this way. Let me fix my screen. About a 7-point move, which is really nice. Okay, and then we're looking for the same thing, very similarly to Apple. You see where we have this structure first here. This is a previous resistance, right? It came back, landed on top, made it a support. Then the same concept happened here. Came back, landed on top, same thing, okay? And essentially that's what you want to look for. Now the market did dance around quite some time this week, which was very annoying for my traders that do not hold long-term positions. It was just up and down, up and down, up and down. And for whatever reason, it was unable to break this level, this 418.50 area. And it was, it could have been frustrating. However, if you just were calm and you realize how it was just coming back to the structure and it was not breaking the structure to the downside whatsoever, it gave you lots of opportunity between the third and the fourth. So you had about 24 hours to realize that it's, even though we are fighting at this resistance, we were at a really strong support level from the higher time frames. And it was just needing a little bit more time to get that momentum and get those orders and the news to help push it up, and it went right to our gap and did our gap fill, which was really nice. And then again, it just came right back down. So that was nice. Now, Pfizer, on the other hand, wasn't as nice as I was anticipating when we were looking at this pair. I was hoping for something to occur around these levels, but I did say that I would not be looking for call positions unless the 50 to 50.79 area was broken, and that did not happen. As you can see, this gap was being respected. There was a level of resistance that continued to be respected here with a double top and a continuation down. Now we are in a consolidation phase or ranging at the moment, and this usually happens when we're at a strong level of support and resistance. And typically this may take a little bit longer than what we like. However, the momentum that occurs after that is really nice. It will need some type of news events to get it going, to get it pushing. And we just have to be patient and wait. So again, Pfizer was to me not the most ideal trade. I did not take this trade this week because I just did not get what I was looking for. The double top was beautiful, but it just was not as beautiful as Apple and SPY. And I believe we also looked at Twitter. Let me see. So Twitter was one where I had said to be careful, just because there was news going around, and a lot of people were anticipating a big bullish push up. Excuse me, you guys. And that happened briefly, but shortly after, we did get a pretty big retracement down. I was really hoping to see just more momentum with this trade in hopes that investors would be a little bit happy for those that took advantage of the news. But it just wasn't there. It was not there. So yeah, so Twitter and Pfizer definitely were not my ideal trades for this week. Spy and Apple were absolutely beautiful in my opinion. So I hope these videos are helping you. If they do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure you turn your notifications on, because I will be sending analysis pretty often to help you understand how to trade. If you haven't done so, take advantage of my free course. I do go over basic charting. So if you're new and you're just trying to get an understanding of what it is that I'm doing, like why are you plotting those lines there, what's going on, you'll be able to understand that, and then just increase your knowledge with being able to identify entry points and exit points. Now, if you're looking to further your education, I do have an advanced course. It is not focused on options or stock trading. That is something that I will be pushing out next month, and I'm really excited about it. However, my VIP course is amazing. It's created a ton of six figures. I can't guarantee that that will happen with you. However, if you take the content seriously, it will be life-changing. So if you want to take my options course, keep an eye out for it. I have been giving you some previews with these videos so that you can see what we're looking at and what you're going to expect. I do focus on technical trading, so that is something that I implement 100%, and that is just going to strengthen your skills. If you are an indicator trader, there's nothing wrong with that. Using these techniques will help add extra confluence to what it is that you're doing. So again, you guys, I look forward to seeing you on the other side if you want to join my team. If not, I will see you next week with some potential setups. Bye, and happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers.